Alright, what's up, everybody? We're back with the Texas Rangers. It is post trade deadline, and the trade deadline was relatively, well, actually, it was very inactive. I didn't make any other trades other than the ones that I already went over. Um, because I couldn't find value for some of the guys that I was thinking about trading. I thought about trading Anderson, couldn't get good value. I thought about trading QFO, couldn't get good value. So I ended up just holding tight, holding on to everybody, not doing anything too crazy with trades. I did make a few roster changes, so we can go over that. This is kind of the mid-season retrospective, as it were. I didn't miss anything. Oh, is Martin injured? Oh, he's day to day. That's right. Okay. So first off, in the pitching staff, Allard went down with an injury, so Ariel Jurado is back up. He is actually developing well, ratings wise, and there were a ton of teams interested in him at the deadline. So I want to get him into the rotation, get him some reps, because I think some teams are starting to be in on something. He was good in Nashville, 4.21 ERA, and the FIP was very good, 3.86. So hoping Jurado is ready. His control is looking great, and if the stuff and movement are actually 50, we're looking good. OSA doesn't like him, but my scout loves him, and like I said, teams were all over my inbox looking for a Jurado trade. So fingers crossed that he's going to look good, because we need a good pitcher to fill in for Allard, because he's hurt. Anderson still looking about where he was, hovering around that high 4 ERA. About what we expected from him. Really nothing too special. I'm not going to hold on to him after this year. He was just kind of like a fill-in trade. He's not happy about his performance. No one's happy about the record, but we'll go over that towards the end of the episode, because there are some glimmers of hope in the record department. Kikuchi has been good for us so far. Producing pretty well. Better than his predecessor was. He is giving up a few extra home runs this year. So, or I should say with us. But small sample size. That'll iron itself out. We just got him for the flexibility. So, he'll be around next year probably. But I like the stamina. He can eat innings. He's got good stuff. So, fine with Kikuchi so far. Manaya has still been solid. The ERA with us is a little higher, but it's still good. He's not giving up a lot of homers. He's not walking a lot of guys. Manaya, I think, is a very successful waiver claim. I'm not sure why he was on waivers, but he's on waivers, and we grabbed him. White is improving a lot, which is great to see. I think he's our best pitcher by wins above replacement. The walks are still a little high, but everything else looks great. The ERA is trending down. The BABIP is about average. The FIP is going down. So I'm excited for White. I think he's doing well. And I'm excited to see where he goes with the rest of his career with us, and how his development goes, because he is a big piece for us. We got in that trade for Kluber. So hoping he pans out. You can see the opponent average looks very good for him. So things are looking up. Burke in the bullpen, he's been all right. His ERA is actually going down. He was not doing so well for us before. His makeup is very sad. He's kind of he's just normal, but he's not like a standout guy in terms of ground balls or he's not a standout guy in terms of strikeouts. So I think he depends a lot on on the BABIP, and that's low, which is good. But the ERA is a little high. The homers are up a little bit from where he was in Nashville in his rehab. But, historically, he doesn't give up a lot of homers. He did in 19 before he got hurt. So I don't really count that. He's probably injured with the Tommy John issue. He's just kind of a guy who goes out there to eat innings. And it's been pretty good having him back. Franzua has been all right. Nothing too special. Nothing to write home about. A lot of home runs. We really got to figure out this home run issue. I don't know why everyone's giving up tons of homers, but I'm trying to fix it, trying to mess with the bullpen a little bit. Leclerc is back up, and his ERA has been going down. The homers per 9 is still very high. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if he's got like the yips or something, but the BABIP is really high. So, and I think his FIP is like ridiculous. Yeah, his FIP is insane because of all those home runs. He's just getting knocked around. I'm hoping it's a one-off. I looked into trading him. The only team that was interested was the Yankees, and the prospects they were offering weren't that good. So we're just going to hold on to Leclerc. I think I can sell high on him at a later date. Lucchesi has definitely gotten over his early struggles. He's been eating a lot of innings for us, which is pretty good, even in the setup role. About replacement level on the season. The numbers don't pop out, but with us, he's actually been better than he was with San Diego. He's been walking a few more guys. He's been giving up about the same in home runs and striking out less, but the BABIP is lower, which is great to see. And I think part of that might have to do with my changes to try and better our defense, which we will get into when I get into the lineup. Nick Mears, I called him up. He was doing very well in the minors. I designated and released Montero because he just wasn't good, and I was probably going to non-tender him at the end of the season anyway. So I figured, why not just go for it? Mears was doing good down in AAA, and he's been doing well up on the big club so far. A lot of walks, but it's early. He's young. He will be up. He's up, and then I'm thinking about getting DeMarcus Evans up soon because he's looking really good in the minors as well. I just don't know who I want to send down. I'm thinking about Joely Rodriguez, but the money issue with him, I don't know if I want to release him for $2.5 million. I mean, I might try to just designate him and send him down to the minors because I think I should be able to get away with doing that. And then we can just decline the team option after this year because I'm not really into the whole Joely Rodriguez experiment. Hasn't been great for us. Walks a lot of guys. And he's giving up a lot of home runs, which he shouldn't be. So that's another one. Like, I don't know what it is with the home run problem. I don't know if they juice the ball or something. They might have juiced the ball in my sim again, but not impressed with him, even with the low FIP. Just not impressing me so far. And then Matt Strom is just doing what he does. He's eating innings. That trade with the Padres, not looking great so far. I'm not sure if Matt Strom is going to stick around, which is unfortunate. But I tried to trade him as well. Couldn't really find anything good. But maybe we'll hold on to him. I'm not sure yet. He wasn't the main piece anyway, but I was hoping he'd do a little better for us. Guerrero is still injured. I think he's coming back soon, though. So we'll cycle him back into the bullpen. And then Barlow, kind of falling off a little bit. Once again, just getting bit by home runs. Like, if the home runs weren't so high, the walk rate and the K rate are in line with his career, and you'd be probably doing a little better. But just the high FIP, it's kind of scary. But I've seen positive trends across the board with the pitching, and especially in the starting rotation, the changes we've made are looking a little better. And if this home run stuff can figure itself out, we've got a solid staff here to go down towards the end of the season. And then we can get into the lineups here. So you can see the changes I made. Like I said, didn't end up trading Kufo. Didn't end up trading Falefa. Couldn't really find good deals for them. So we're just going to stick around. Falefa's actually been hitting well. I just really don't know where he's going to end up after this year. because, I mean, we've got Huff down in the minors who is ready for a spot. And with Cufo hitting like this and Contreras, like, I don't know, man. It's tough. A lot of catchers. A lot of good catchers. So we'll have to figure that out. But you can see Contreras is doing well. He's back in the catcher hole because Calhoun is back. We'll get to him. But the numbers are good for Contreras. Only 7 home runs, but he's not really a power threat. He's more of an on-base kind of guy with that eye and the discipline. And you can see the 328 OBP is okay. BABIP's about average. So, nothing too spectacular, but nothing terrible. Cufo, still good. Not as hot as he was. Still rocking a very high BABIP, but we'll ride it all the way to the bank, especially with this glove. The outspokenness worries me, but I mean, with the year he's putting together right now, we'll just let it ride and see what happens. Falefo, like I said, hitting well. High BABIP as well. Not sure where we're going to go with him. He honestly might end up getting non-tendered with the ARB just because of the crunch that we have. So, we'll see about that. That's an end of the season problem, and it is not the end of the season yet. Guzman still doing well, which is great to see. A little bounce back from him. The bat's coming along. 25 homers, which is amazing. Hitting 270. The slug is over 5. The 896 OPS. The OPS plus is good. The wins above replacement are good. Love to see it from him. Really big step forward. Very, very exciting. Kendrick is cold. He's struggling. It's his only year with us. I just don't want to release him because he is a captain, so he'll at the very least help us in that department with morale. And he'll be gone after this year. Alamize is back starting at second due to the Rougned Odor trade. And he's just, the bat isn't his main tool. He's in for the glove, and he appears to be supplying quite a bit of defensive value. We can look at his second base stats. Can we? Yes, we can. No, I want this. You see there, the zone rating is great. The efficiency is wonderful. He has not made an error yet. So, good stuff from him so far. That's what he's here for. He's here for the glove. Jake Lamb is gone. I released him because he just wasn't doing well at all. He was still rocking that super low BABIP. So we called up Tejeda. He was doing okay in AAA. Not amazing, not extremely impressive, but, we're here for the power, the better glove at third base. I am fine with putting him in here at this juncture. I've got more third base prospects, so if he doesn't pan out, we've got Jung down in the minors who's thriving. Shirt and Apostle can play third. Not too confident in his ability to play third, but he can play third. Anderson Tejeda is just going to be like a power guy from what I can see here. A patient hitter, low average, high Ks, good pop. He's kind of maybe a bench third baseman, utility infield type guy, or he can turn into something better. We'll wait and see. Not hitting so well so far, but he's only been up for 4 games, only 16 ABs. He's got 3 singles. He has walked, so we'll let him get settled in. I just called him up a couple days ago, so he will. I released Lamb on the trade deadline, so Tejeda taking his spot. We'll see what he can do. Andrews is getting better. The OPS plus is still super low, but his BABIP is up to league average now. He is stealing some bases, which is great to see. The on base is about 300, and he's just here. He's a captain. He's good for the morale, and we have him. I'm not changing the lineup. We have him through next year. I'm just like him as a player. The shortstop rating is a little not good, and I don't think the bat ratings are relative or reflecting what he actually is putting together. the decline of Andrews is beginning, but it's fine. We'll stick him out. He is kind of a Texas legend, so we're keeping him on. Calhoun just came back recently, missed a little bit of time with his injury, but he's back in the DH hole. He's hitting well this year. Good OPS plus. The wins above replacement are good, even in the DH spot. He is on pace for 1.6. Only on pace for 15 home runs. I'd hope for a little bit more, but part of it is because of the missed time. But the power numbers aren't that great so far. The good thing is he's not striking out too much, and he's walking at a decent clip. The work ethic is high, but he did miss, I think it was like 5 weeks or something like that. 7 weeks with the hamstring, and he had a setback that saw him out for 2 more weeks. So, but he's just going to get back into the swing of it, pun intended. The OBP is solid, so we'll see how he finishes out the season, if he can finish it out strong. Solak is still hot, still playing left. I'm back and forth on whether or not I want to put him at second base. I don't think I'm going to end up doing that, but he cooled off a little bit, but he still looks good. He's still a 1-win player, on pace for 1.5. Just hitting well, playing well across the board. Maybe I'll consider towards the end of the season starting some guys in different positions just to see what we can get. But I'm happy with Solak here, taking a step forward from 2020, where he was not good. It's great to see. Everyone's developing pretty well. Martin is cycling in center and left. He's about average with the OPS plus. The bat's solid. I think the wins above replacement's taking a hit because of his terrible center field defense. But he's on pace for 20 knocks, 20 bombs. Solid production from him. Not quite reflected by the ratings, I don't think. A little low on everything, but... Or maybe not, actually. Yeah, maybe not. I mean, we can't expect his 2020 from him consistently, but it was a hell of an introduction to the league, and he's productive, so can't ask for much more than that. Leody Taveras, not doing insanely well, but he is getting on base, which is really what we want, and he's playing a decent center field. He can actually field in center, which is great. I'm hoping I don't even need the power to develop. I just want the eye and the contact to develop. He could be a leadoff hitter if this can all come together. My scout says above average, everyday, big league player, 290 batting average. Hoping that happens. Because if we can get a solid leadoff hitter who can actually play center field, it's very exciting for the Texas Rangers. So, hoping he does well. Gallo's hot. He's hitting extremely well. 246 average. Everybody gangsta till Gallo starts hitting for average. He's already close to matching his home run total from last year when he wasn't doing well. So, MVP Gallo, prime position here. He's playing a good defensive right field. And the power numbers are there. He's driving in runs. It's great to see from Gallo. And then Williams is our bench player. I kind of don't want him to be a bench player because his bat is crazy right now. He's hitting extremely well, but he's happy with being a bench player. The ratings are a little better than a bench player, but he doesn't do anything exceptionally. So he's just chilling on the bench. He's doing well. He's got solid average, high OPS plus, good OPS. He's 0.7 wins above replacement already, so can't ask for much more than that. He's doing very well. So Yeah, I'm happy with what we're doing right now. With the lineup, we're getting somewhere. The kids are starting to come up. You know, Tejeda, we're gonna be watching him and Tavares to see how they do with adjusting to the majors. And then hopefully next year we can kind of set up the building blocks, and then the year after things will get interesting with contention. Uh, Otherwise, we've got not too much going on in the way of any big roster stuff that I can think of. Yeah, not really much going on. Like I said, I just want to see if I can get DeMarcus Evans up pretty soon. You can see he's pitching very well in Nashville, 2.16 ERA down there. Him and Mears had pretty much identical numbers. Huff is doing well. Thinking about getting him up soon. He wants to be playing in the majors. He's a good defensive catcher. He's striking out a lot, but he's hitting a lot of homers. So we'll see about getting him up soon. Otherwise, not too much going on down in the minors. I've got Apostle playing third again. I did have him getting some reps in at first base. He's back at third. I want to see if I can increase the rating, but his range isn't good. So he's probably going to be a first and third type guy. And he'll definitely be up next year. Let's see, yeah, apparently all these outfielders are ready. I called up Thompson to AAA because he was doing well in Frisco. He's 23. He's Rule 5 eligible, so I figured I'd just try to rush him up. Or not rush him up, but, you know, push him up to the next level. We got a lot of outfielders down here. So we'll see what's up with that. Coppola might actually have to go down. I might send Coppola down. And that'll free up a little bit of space. Adalis Garcia is... Oh, he's still on minimum. Oh, my goodness. He's doing well, and so is Heineman. Heineman's, like, tearing it up down there in AAA right now. But we got a lot of outfielders, so... we'll see what happens with those guys. Down in the minors, not too much is really popping. Might be time for Yeri Rodriguez to get a call up. AJ Alexi has been struggling in a short amount of time. Darren Nelson's not looking too good. Grove is solid, not too good. I think he might be Rule 5 eligible soon. Oh no, he's got one more year. So I think maybe next year we start him in AA again. And then if he looks remotely competent, we send him up to AAA. But otherwise, not too much crazy stuff going on. Jung is still doing well. I think I might give him the call up towards closer to the end of the year, because we still have time on his clock with Rule 5 and everything, so I'm going to take it kind of slow with him. Jonathan Ornelas, I called up to Fresco, has been playing a little bit in Frisco, and I think he came off the IL, and he's been completely raking, just absolutely destroying it in a very short amount of time. Low ABs. Foscue doing pretty well in Frisco. My scout has kind of lost some hope for him, but his numbers are solid across the board. So, hoping Foscue can get it together. And then, we've got these guys down here. The shortstop, Cease, he's looking good in Frisco. Cabrera's looking solid. Steele Walker's looking okay. Just some good players. Pedro Gonzalez has found his way back into my scout's favor, although the numbers aren't too hot. This guy kind of came out of nowhere, Abdiel Mendoza. He'll probably start getting call-ups. Kelvin Gonzalez is very good. He had got a lot of trade interest, so I'm thinking I might have to be kind of aggressive with him in call-ups. I don't know why he got sent down, because he's doing well. Frisco. Also, Frank Rubio gets sent down, my waiver claim. He hasn't been doing well. Oh well. These things happen. Barreto's doing okay, not great. These guys are kind of coming out of nowhere. That's the thing with ability scouts. Guys just like go in and out, in and out. Cole Wynn struggling in Hickory. Randy Florentino is hitting well. I called him up. No, I didn't call him up. He's still hitting well. I might call him up to down east towards the end of the year. Yeah, so many just random guys coming out of nowhere. Zion Bannister has been really rocketing in my scouts' eyes. He'll probably be in down east next year. And then, you know, these guys down here. Jackson Miller is doing well. Limited action. Moylan not doing too hot. But he'll get there. This guy's crushing it in Spokane as a second baseman. He might need to come up. I wonder if we just go straight to high A with him. Might have to. And then Acosta's doing very well down there, but I'm taking it slow with him. He's only 18. Same with Acuna. He's 19. He's hot. This guy looks okay, not doing well. And, you know, we got some of our draftees down here. G. Allen. G. Allen is doing okay. We got Brady House down there. He's hitting well in Rookie League. Hunter Haas is still down there. He's not doing too hot, but he's not bad. Washington struggling a little bit. You know, just all our guys down here. Bitsko falling off, man. You hate to see it. Very, very unfortunate. Another guy we drafted this year not doing too well. I mean, disappointing showings from from some of the guys in the draft class that we had high hopes for. And then there's the Dominican Summer League. Not too much going on down there. But yeah, that's it for the rosters and everything. We're going to have to go through this and clean it out, I think, after the season. That's usually what I do because we just get so many guys. Like, we have 47 players down there. It's nuts. So we'll have to go through that at the end of the year. But that is it for the mid-season update. We'll probably... Oh, we can look at the standings, actually. I forgot to look at that. So you can see standings, 19.5 back. We're 48 and 67, which is not the worst record in the majors. Miami is complete garbage. Wow. Okay. 34 and 80. Gosh. That's not good. But you can see, you know, the pitching staff is still bottom, but that's, yeah, I mean, I think this is honestly just a anomaly, the way that our pitchers have been throwing. I think that'll improve in the future. The hitting isn't doing so hot right now, but a lot of that is because of, you know, some of the guys who are underperforming. I mean, honestly, I think we're in an upward trend. As much as it looks bad, I think we're in an upward trend. And if you look at the schedule, we've been scraping together a few extra wins lately. You know, obviously there's still the odd loss here and there, but I mean, we've come a long way from June, especially May. You know, when we were losing by when we were losing by 29. You know, June was really, really cold, and then in July we kind of picked it up, winning at a better clip, and then August started off well. I think you can see, how do you go? Nope, wrong one. Team statistics. Yeah, so you can see here, 6-4 in the last 10. About equally bad at home and on the road. Our Pythagorean is 46 and 69, so we're about, you know, we're a little better than our Pythagorean, which is awesome, which is based on run differential. Pythagorean is based on run differential, so according to our run differential, we should be worse. Not doing good in extras, but, I mean, if you look, the trends are, in April we were middle, and then we had a really bad May, really bad June, better July. We played 500 ball in July, and August, small sample size, but it's off to a good start. The batting stats aren't really there. We're up there in hits. We're up there in extra base hits. It's just the the slugging isn't coming along. So I'm hoping we can fix that. Get some better numbers from the bats, and then you can see the pitching is just not good, not good at all. So we'll see about it. I mean, I do think we're doing better. I really do. I really do think we're doing better. And I mean, the home run thing, I don't think it's gonna be like the biggest problem, honestly. Like with our park, I don't know why it is. I don't think it's gonna be a long-term trend. But anyway, I'll wrap it up because I'm talking talking too much. That's it for the mid-season update. I will probably come back maybe in September, or maybe like for September call-ups, and then maybe at the end of the season we'll do a big wrap-up, that episode. Or maybe I'll just come back at the end of the season and then we'll talk off-season. But that's it for me for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the support. You know the drill. Like if you liked. Subscribe if you want to follow along. Comment if you have something to say. I'll try to reply. Share the video. It helps me. It helps increase the numbers. Yeah. I will see you guys at some point in the future for more of the Texas Rangers in 2021.